I want to do the end of the year book tag. I have a few questions and I want to answer them. So the first question is a book you wish you could erase your memory of and read again. I have a few books there. So first it's The Prison Healer series, not only the first book but the second and the third, because I love this series so much and I want to read it for the first time again, but I can not do that. The Prison Healer. Then I want to read Iron Flame again for the first time, because this was so good. I was so surprised and the ending was heartbreaking. So yeah, this is also a book I want to read for the first time again. Then the book The White Move. I think it's the Windy City Boys series, I think. The second book. This is about, I think, Ryan and I don't know how the girl is named, but yeah, this book was really, really, really good. So I want to read it for the first time. The last book I want to read again for the first time is These Infinite Threads. This was so good. I liked this book so much. I was so surprised at how the story was, because the first book I liked it, but I didn't enjoy it so much. I didn't get into the story so fast, so it was very long for me. But this book, this was awesome. This was awesome. The second question is favorite new character. So the first favorite new character is from here. I think he is called Cyrus. He is my favorite new character because he has something that I like. I can't quite put it in words, but he is a character which, not that I'm surprised about him, but I think he has some things underneath his walls. I'm very excited for the third book. I have it here, but I want to read it for the next year. Really, really, really exciting and curious what will happen. The next characters are Winter and Theo from the Chestnut Spring series. I think the third book or fourth book, I don't know. There, because they had surprised me in the book very much and I liked them. So then the question is, which books have surprised me the most, so bad and good. So for the good, the book was The 7 Year Slip. I read a other book from her. It was The Dead Romantics and I didn't left it because I didn't like it. And The 7 Year Slip, I liked it very much. I think I read it in one day, so I liked it very much. And the most surprising book, but bad, was The Summer of Broken Woods, because it's so hyped and I thought, oh, it must be good, but it didn't. So I DNF'd it also, I think, or I read it to the end. I don't know, but that book I didn't enjoy. And also Arthur's Voice. I didn't like the book. I didn't like the writing style. I think everything about the book. I didn't like the story and it was strange. So the next question is, best and most disappointing new release was, the best was Iron Flame. This book has surprised me so much and I'm a little scary of the future of the series. And the worst was King of Love. I didn't like this book. The other books of the King of Sin, I think series is called, were good. They were okay. I enjoyed it, but this book, I didn't like this. And Ruthless Vows, I didn't have the book either because I unhauled it. I didn't like the book. The first was awesome and I loved it. The second book, it was like you read the first book again, that I didn't like. Then the longest and shortest book. The longest book was Hair of Fire from the Throne of Glass series. Liked this book very much. It surprised me also. The writing style is a little bit difficult for me. I don't know why. but yeah, it was difficult to read, but I like them very much. And then the shortest book was Powerful. This is a novella in the Powerless series. Then the most emotional book, I think it was 1,000 Heartbeats. I don't know, I was so emotional about the book and about the characters, and I liked it very much, but I unheard it. I enjoyed it, but it was not so good that I wanted to keep it. Then the best series was The Prison Healer and Chestnut Spring series for this year, because I didn't read so much books this year. I think to the summer I read a lot of books, but then I didn't have time, or I was not in the mood for it, so yeah, I didn't. Then the next question is prettiest cover. I think it was Chain of Gold. This is so beautiful, the details and the colors and the woman and everything. Yeah, I think this was my favorite and prettiest cover. Then books I finally read was Archer's Voice, which I didn't like. Chain of Gold, the first book. I have it, I think, a year on my TBR and finally read it because I love the Shadowhunter universe. Then, of course, Hellfire, because I want to read the series so long, but I didn't get to it. Then I read Love in Other Words this year. Didn't like it, but I was glad I read it because I think I had it on my TBR for 2 years, so I'm very happy about it, and I unhauled it because I didn't like this. Then The Fine Print. This book I really enjoyed because there was a lot of mentioning of Pride and Prejudice, and I love this movie so much. And the last book was Better Than the Movies, which I didn't like. Then books you're glad that you get off your TBR was other books I read, something like Archer's Voice, Love in Other Words, which I had 2 years and I got rid of them, so I was quite glad about that. Then books that should be made into movies or series is The Prison Healer, Chain of Gold, the series. I didn't read the next few books, but I love this so much. And the next question is, which books are your happy place? These are The Prison Healer, Practice Makes Perfect. I love this book so much. This is so funny and I love the characters and the setting. Swift and Saddled because it was very, very good. The romantic, the guy and everything. And Clockwork Princess. This is one of my favorite books of the series, of the first series of the Shadowhunters. Unpopular books you loved and hated. First was The Woven Kingdom. I think it's not so popular, so I liked it very much. And the second was Sweet Heartbreak. This I read on the Kindle and didn't like. I hated it so much. The next question is lowest and highest ranking on Goodreads. The lowest was Sweet Heartbreaks and the highest was Heaven's Official's Blessing Volume 1. I was quite surprised about that, but okay. My favorite audiobook I think was from 1,000 Heartbeats because I listened it, and the Atlas 6 because these two physical books were so big. I think it was so long and I haven't the time, and I was not in the mood for a long book, so I listened to it, and these audiobooks were very good, so I can recommend you them. Then a new annual reread, which to my list is Chain of Gold, 1000%, and This Woven Kingdom, and Iron Flame, which Iron Flame I didn't reread yet, but I will before the next book is coming out, so I'm very excited and nervous about this. I'm very excited for the next year and the books I can read. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed today's video and we will see you soon. Bye!